Hello, Hannah the Suburban Witch here, and today I am unboxing the Radiant Wilds Tarot. This deck is created by Nat Gersberger, and it is here to help you navigate your inner desert dreamscapes. If you're new to my channel, I'm Hannah the Suburban Witch, a professional tarot reader and astrologer, and I love bringing you all of my witchy content here on YouTube. I'd love it if you would subscribe and send me a comment below. I want to hear from you. Now, this deck it's pretty big. We can see that immediately, and I'm just going to take off the plastic covering on the outside. It's a Rockpool deck, which is the publisher, and they are an Australian publisher, which I love supporting. The colours just on the outside are really nice. I'm excited to see what it looks like. I've not seen this deck at all, so it's going to be a total surprise. All right, so typical layout, we've got the sort of hardcover external packaging, which I don't really like these ones. I like the magnetic clasp ones better, personal preference, just because if you chuck this in a bag or try and take it somewhere, it could open up and fall out. But it does still fit really nicely on a bookshelf. The box itself is very matte and silky, like it feels nice. We have what looks to be a wonderfully colourful guidebook, a little paper slip. All right, so first thing that we notice is this beautiful gold edging. It's so shiny. How are your eyes? I feel like Lightning McQueen. So, beautiful gold edging. All right, size-wise, it's not too bad. That's an all right size deck. In comparison to my Rider-Waite-Smith, it's just slightly bigger, just slightly. You can see the two there. And that's just in thickness, in height and stuff. So that's the exact same size as my Rider-Waite-Smith. So that's why it fits in my hands quite nicely, because that's like my gold standard of holding and shuffling and all of that. Back of the cards, reversible, which we love. I just fanned these out and they look really fun. Like the colors just look really fun. Look at that. So we can see the imagery, it's simple, it's all got a really fun color scheme. It's deserty, but it's not what I was expecting. I think I was expecting more dryness, less color. It seems like the main themes of the cards are there. Some Egyptian vibes as well as we go through them. I like this take on the moon. I think it's fun. I do think with a lot of these decks on the market that we lose a lot of symbolism. This is the star. I don't get the vulnerability. I don't even get the zodiac aspects that are here. There's just such a big chunk missing. It's fine if you understand the traditional meanings of these cards. And yes, every deck is going to give you a different flavor. But if you're picking this up and you are reading it intuitively, or if you are beginning, it's going to be tough. I don't know if I'm a fan of the Tower card. It doesn't really give me Tower vibes. Being an artist myself, and whilst I'm not a digital artist, but I am an artist, I do paintings, watercolors, oil paintings, that sort of a thing. I have an eye for this sort of stuff. I don't know if you can tell, this is the Death card, and I like the fun idea of it and with all those flowers, right? But if you can see that head, it's not centered on the body or on the face, and that just makes me feel funny inside. Art is allowed to have imperfections, that's okay, but when it's digital art, for some reason I am so much more picky. On first glance, I don't know if this deck is speaking to me. That might be me personally. The colors are fun. The symbols are simple and there's a lot missing. I don't know. So far, cardstock, good. Imagery, not good. I'm not loving it. This could change. I might play with it and it speaks beautifully and I love it. We don't know. We'll wait for the review for that one. I'm going to do the shuffle test. I thought these ones would shuffle nicely, and they do. That's a good shuffle. They shuffle smoothly. All right, I'm going to spread them out. I'm surprised. I thought they would spread really easily, but they do chunk out a little bit. And I am starting to think it might be the edging. I have a few decks with beautiful metallic edging and they all seem to do that. They just go chunky. And you get it pushing along like that. I'm going to do a reading for myself. What do I need right now? The Tower, really? Let's see what their guidebook says. The artist has described this as a monolithic gate to another dimension, towers among the transient dunes of a desert landscape. Lightning illuminates the sky in the distance, predicting turmoil. The tower's foundation doesn't provide a strong enough match for its sturdy structure. I like that. I like that idea of the fact that it's on sand and it's not super sturdy. When I pull the Tower card, I'm often talking about the fact that things need to crumble down to its foundations and we need to rebuild, right? Because it's a foundational shift. So that tracks. Furthermore, the Tower carries the weight of a large planet. Is that what it is? I didn't know. I just thought it was a weird structure. Threatening to push it deeper into the sand. Alerted that the Tower may crumble at any moment, a man makes his swift escape through the desert. Oh my god, there's tiny. And I'm wearing my glasses. There's a tiny little man. Can you see him? A tiny little man escaping. All right. And then we have a lightness shadow version of the card. So upright and flipped. Okay. I'm not a big one on guidebooks, and this might be to my detriment. This particular deck feels like the guidebook is actually really well written. What we have, it says it's the Tower, but then it says, I find stability within. So this is like a little affirmation you could potentially use with the cards. Every single one has a little affirmation. Queen of Pentacles, I am in and of the earth. Ten of Swords, I let the clouds pass. Cool, I like that. It has some keywords. It has the legend, which is what I just read out for the Tower, the light and the shadow versions, and then a radiance tip. And I guess that's just a little life tip or advice that comes along with this card that you can try and embody. Spend a day imagining being totally new to the world, visiting from a different dimension. Approach everything around you as if you knew absolutely nothing about being you and see what unfolds. I'm changing my mind on this deck. I think at first glance, the images, However, just from reading the guidebook, I can tell that this person does have an understanding of the tarot, which helps tremendously because not everyone who makes a tarot deck really knows the tarot that well, unfortunately, especially some of the themed decks. So this is a plus. I'm guessing because there's only one name here that they both created the deck and did the artwork. And that's kind of rare. So I will get back to you all on how this reads long term. But at first glance, it is fun, it's upbeat. It reminds me a little bit of the Rebecca Campbell deck, like her Work Your Light deck. And I'm not the biggest fan of that, so we'll just see. We will just see. Anything that's super new agey, for some reason, just doesn't gel with me. I like the cardstock. I love the gold. I love the fun pops of colour, and I'm really actually liking the guidebook, which is rare for me to say. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are in the world today. I will catch up with you next time.